ka pa? Ama, asa ka?
Sa Dartmouth.
Mao ba?
River cruise.
Mao ba?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Castle. Heading off downriver towards Dartmouth. Over the next 2 or 3 days, I'll be pointing out some places of interest for you. Before we get any further away, please be very careful on the stairs as you do go around the boat, mind the doorsteps and thresholds. Take your time, please. And last of all, pray there's no smoking on board due to the rules and regulations.
Mo nilang mga baligya amahan. Unsa man ni ang mga inganingon yan? Nang repair. So kanini sila nga naa diha nag-repair na siya. Naay gi-repair ani mao ba? Pinturahan lagi mo lagi gi-repair. Mindulay no puro kuan. Sailboats. Mao di ko na gitawag og sailboats guys.
Used for roof beams and roof trusses. Due to a severe decline in the building trade, the yard closed down. Lay empty for a while, then purchased as the boat yard is.
Luwag bitaw, luwag siya guan. Malawak yung ano nila, yung lugar nila. Parkingan din nila maluwang. With the aid of ropes and tide, they'd slowly swing the boats round, and with the larger boats, there was only about 3 or 4 Ito sa ibabaw kalasangan na.
between the stern of the ship and the key wall on the right-hand side. We now provide winter and summer storage for yachts and cruises.
Asa matigal sa nila? Katotoa.
On the left-hand side of the ship, this is the start of the range of Totnes. This was used during the First World War. Mainly as a right of the boats out here today, making the most of the tide Sunday. Tracks and pathways leading right down through the middle, so you can have a stroll around it. Now, during these school terms, it's quite often used by local school children. They come down here on geography field trips.
Sig buntod nga diha guys, kuan gyapon gipungputan gyapon masagbot mo na nga maintain jud.
Slightly salted by the tide of river. Going in there, that's the common breed.
Nindota siya pang unsa man na siya pang kanang na brown color. Ha? Unsa na siya pang?
These days it is part of the sharper estate to support nature.
Bridge angan ana niya.
Carefully maintained by these sharper trusts. In places on the right, you will see there is remains of an old dry stone wall.
So ning tubo lang na siya sa winter. Nya ning summer mamatay siya. Nya putda na siya ini ka summer. Yung brown pala guys, Ridge pala ang pangalan pala niyan, Ridge. Oo.
This was a number of years ago, a small section fell away. Nothing was done about repairing
Nindot
it.
siya tanawon.
The tidal flow has eaten away into the bank.
Karon pa ko kakuan aning kuan nga nakita niya ning kuan. Ay, nakainomdom na kuan ni siya, paliton dali siya i-display sad ni sa apil sa mga halaman. Mabuok no? Amo ba? Di brag kita ko ni sa hotel nga kuan nga ni. Sa pang display nga bura og ingon gali ko nga ano mo ni bura man ni upuan sa gbot. Nindot siya. Nindot kayo guys. Nilahang bukid ba nindot kaayo.
Some places they are classed as agriculture in the upper reaches here. We don't get a problem with overcrowding on the river as we find numbers go down naturally as we get closer to Christmas.
Until Christmas pala. Until sa Christmas. Na.
If you have your cameras with it, we're going to be passing relatively close, along stays there. There's a grey heron just ahead of us on the left, right on the point under the water's edges, just waiting for its 11s to swim. We have 3 heron colonies on the banks of the river, which is quite a good number. At the moment, the herons seem to be outnumbered by little egret. There's that heron there. She was then seconded as an isolation ship. The troops came back to the war with so-called incurable diseases were housed on that. When she was finished with, she was offered back to the original owners. They declined the offer though, due to these diseases supposedly on board. They brought her to the banker and struck her a complete melt. Before they did, they removed the main engine and the helm. They were put on the second vessel. Delta Phillips shipyard in Dartmouth, launched in 1924. The second paddle steamer
Dako po ning sa paa we. River man siya guys. Pero dako kayong rivera.
We've got to stay running close to the trees on the left-hand side here as we coming in the river. Not recent. And a little bit later on this summer, this is a favourite spot to find
Good kayo guys.
due to the numerous amounts of branches for them to perch on. So it's still a little bit early in the season for them. Ahead of us on the left-hand side, the first of 3 communities on the river as we head downstream today. And what you can see there is the tiny hamlet of Tagala. Now, I'm calling it a hamlet. It is officially registered as a village.
Sapaan dako
Many years
kayo.
ago, when there was a census being taken in this country, it was written down that Tagala had 30 houses instead of 3, and a population of 100 instead of just
Pero
10.
hinlo kayong sa paa we. Nice po kayo ang view na mga bay tagsara mga bay oh tapay bay mga no tanawara.
On the left hand side to Ashbrington Point on the right hand side, which villagers can cross the river here. They wanted to get between villages to transport goods or just do a bit of trading.
Nindot na nang namuyo di hawa.
In the middle there, the blue one.
Amahan.
Namuyo di hawa kay Bingo kayo. That's your swimming pool.
Peaceful kayo. Wa dyan mo samok. Dota kayo nilang kuan o ilang river diri nga dako kayo nya. Hinlo pa nya. Peaceful kayo. What? Peaceful bitaw kayo. Ang namuyo dani peaceful kayo kay may gamay ra may silingan. Nya. Mo nilang sapa nga pating dako ah. Dako as ilahang sapa we. Dako nilang sapa.
just the two of us.
Pakita.
One either end of the pontoon, just on the right hand side ahead of us.
Seals. Ito ara. Wow. Ada yung mga seals dito. Mga sila yun. Seals. Mga huway sila. Wow. Diho ka buog. Tara. Relax, relax.
Just on the left hand side of us over there, you can see the vineyard. Jamiroquai or JK, he's quite often seen in this area. That's the bright pink building. It's got the cars in front of it with a large bay window. That's the Ferry boat inn, or the FBI as it's known. It is one of two pubs to be found in the village. The other one, it's called the Red Lion, and it's just about crawling distance up the hillside. If you're in Dartmouth any time and you want to get up to Dillisham, safe driving, there's a little ferry service that operates from Dartmouth. They pick you up on the
Yung palibot sa views.
in the raft bit. You go up on the
Riverside.
boat, come back later on. The boats take no more than 12, so you do have to book in advance to go up on the boat. Dillisham side, there's a big brass bell outside the pub. If you want to call the ferry from Greenway, you have to ring that brass bell rather loud. The Greenway estates, these were once owned
sa
by the
views
British
nila.
explorers Humphrey, Adrian and John Gilbert.
Wow.
The Gilbert family half-brother was Sir Walter Raleigh.
Mga village rin
It
na
was
sila.
in this part of the river where Raleigh, anyway, there's never less than 15 metres of water. During the Second World War, the house and the estates were actually requisitioned by the Coast Guard. It was their headquarters for the area. Also, a large amount of evacuees from London were also brought down here as well.
Balay ni Agatha Christie. Ito na ang balay ni Agatha Christie na din eh. Pero napay bahay dito sa ibabaw. Mansyon nila.
Beneath the main building, and those stone archways are said to be all that remain of Sir Walter House. They were used a number of years ago for the storing of wine and ale. But if you're Catholic, you'll see that the archways have been bricked up in recent years. The boathouse is now part of the Greenway Gardens tour, and beneath the balcony, behind the three wooden doors, is an old Victorian saltwater plunge pool. Victorians were led to believe that bathing in salt water was a cure for arthritis and rheumatism.
Sailing boats. Ay, ito ibabaw. Pero, dagan na sa kakahuyan. Kalasangan, pero na-train. Wow. Steam train. Pero kalasangan man dyan, oh. Kakahuyan man, oh. Pero na the railway line na. Kaya, wagan.
Around the coastline. They also built sun tugs, Mersey version paddle steamer here as well, and a couple of other passenger boats. But the yard closed down a number of years ago, did they empty for a while? And 9 years ago, Premier Marinas bought the site. What they done, they knocked down all the old marina buildings, building the slipway. Where the slipway was is now where the offices are, on the left-hand side there. There's a very nice cafe there now. You've got plenty of boat storage, and actually a multi-storey car park here. The large marina is 3 times the size of the original one. That was the first job they done, it's replacing the marina. You can get a tour up here as well.
Pagka
The
nice.
construction site on the left-hand side is luxury apartments and also a hotel going in place here.
Marina along the
river.
riverside. Riverside lang to, no? Pero may magandang marina, laki. Hello. Napakaganda.
There's a seal just on the right there. He comes straight back up here. No, he's gone down again, but he's just teasing me.
Magagandang marina. Uy, sail, oh. May sails, naglangoy-langoy sa tubig. Tara. Naagad ay sails nila dere. Nasa dagat, nasa tubig. Ito marang mga coast guard na lang.
Another large creek on the right hand side. That's Old Mill Creek. And as the name suggests, there is a mill house at the far end, but once again, sadly we can't see it from here. That creek also dries out completely. Old Mill Creek in the winter months is where all the passenger craft in our fleet get taken out for refits. And you'll see very shortly coming in with the stone
Tagala
building,
may
that's
view
not
sa
far.
dere.
Put the boats alongside there to unload all the seats when they're worked on. And a large shed just coming into view up there at the minute. Grey one up there on the right hand side. Presently, so the paddle steamer Kingsway Castle get off. Probably find the skipper on that boat, whoever's commentating. It's saying something.
Dartmouth Explorer. Hello, everyone.
That's Stuart, the skipper. That's been time with medication.
Salubong. Lamig yung views.
At the top of each.
Kaya ba bridge nila? Kaya ba? Matabok rin na siya, maripikas-pikas.
Right hand side of us, this little marina is the Dartmouth Marina.
Oh, yan yung mga kutsing karga.
That we do have on the river.
Oh.
It's just the original site of the village itself. What they moved back into the property now.
Pero na yung trabaho. Yan na siya, mga siya, floating bridge. Karga ng mga
Dartmouth, one of the largest shell fishing ports in the country.
ari na diri, tabok na siya ng river.
Ahead of us on the left hand
At
side.
dito, floating bridge.
Coming in view just up on the right hand side, slightly behind
Floating
us,
bridge.
the Naval College, the large red and grey stone building.
Harito siya
Britannic
dyan,
Royal
marito
Naval
yung
College,
servisyo.
the foundation stones of the college was laid in
Tapos sa
1902,
river.
and the building commissioned in 1905. Very young Philip. She was there on a visit to the college with her parents, and for years they've been training female officers up there as well. You'll be leaving halfway back on the left hand side of the boat. Okay.
Harito din
Please make
eh.
sure you've gathered all your belongings together. We are the only boat going back, leaving here at 12:15.
Alas 12:15 daw balik.
The only boat back today with the last of the tide. If you're doing the round robin, the next part of your journey today is the passenger ferry. Now, there are these ferries run continuously. But if you are going to get the train today, please give yourselves at least 30 minutes before your train departure.
Ang
That way,
ganda, oh.
you'll be
Lami
under
yan sa
plenty
view,
of
no?
time. I'm not waiting at the train as it pulls out of the station. So please give yourselves at least half an hour. The ferry, you can see, literally pulls in directly ahead, just in front of where we drop you in just a moment.
Just in front.
Thank you very much for travelling with us. Hope you've had a pleasant trip down the river today. Hopefully the weather wasn't too bad for you.
Thank you,
Hopefully
pero
a bit of
mabalik pa
commentary
mo po mi.
just to help pass the time.
Sakay, di na may manaog.
Most of that was true. If you have enjoyed the trip with us, it is an old custom aboard these boats that goes back to the old
Turag train
steaming
mo,
days of
steam train.
leaving your skipper's
Ah,
cap
so.
hanging off the rails.
Ah, oo.
If you have enjoyed the trip, the commentary, you may like to show your appreciation to the crew. Anything placed in there is of course purely voluntary, shared between the crew at
Yeah.
the end of the day. So on behalf of the company and the crew, thanks so much. Enjoy your time in Dartmouth. And don't forget, if you are coming back with us, we're going to leave here at 12:15. Okay, that's the last boat back today, 12:15.
So you can see.
The ferry, if you need the round robin, is literally just in front of where we drop you in a second. Have a good day. Thanks very much. Take care as you leave now. Bye-bye.
Daong na, dunggo na. Dunggo na ta.
There's another one that I think you see with it lower down. There's a big one.
Dartmouth. Ito po yung mga bridge dito, oh. Floating bridge. Duhagabog sa lubungan sila. Huwag na kay kotse, pwede na ka mo park diha, yung sakay na tabog ka spikas.
Oo, na kay kotse. Yeah. Dunggo na.
Ano yung wow, lami ang views. Colorful kaya yung mga building. Di na ito manaog ha. 15, mga 20 minutes. Oh. Embankment. Daghang kayo tao.
Nga po yung sakay, oh.
Busy kayo eh.
Mubalik na sila ka na mo sakay. Mubalik na.
At po dito na upload.
Hindi na na sila punta sa'yo siguro, mano. Yan ang mo sakay, balik.
Ito na po yung laing mudunggo.
Ano pinay mo lunggo? Ano pinay ni abot, guys?
Puno raw kayo.
Ano siya pa sa'yo?
Nagangayag po sa hero. Naram ko sila sa silong tanan.
Pa sa'yo. Silang tanan, oh.
Banhaan ito nga train ay.
Sana ang mga turista na makita.
Ito ay dito ang steam train. Ito speakers oh. Puot-puot ay.
Orang kuryente, no?
Oh, yan ang steam train. At na pa yung sa Totnes po. Pwede mo ka masakaya na. Kuha mo na yung karga-karga na. Uling ba? Uling ang kuha niya ang gamit. Ano po yung mabutay oh.
Kasi kayo nilang sapa.
Kanang nga train ba? Balimbanha kayo no? Sa gayong busina.
Oh, ilang train ko sa busina, oh. Ha? Ang sugod na putos kalasan.
Kuwan ra ba na?
Kalasan.
Uling ra ba'y karga na? Awang padagan.
Mau ba?
Tubig init. Nanaog ng mga pasahero. Nanganaog na sila. Huwat na tani. Taas kayong pila oh. Puno dahil nag-ayaw ah. Mapuno. Oh. Taas kayong pila.
Balik.
Kita rin may nahabilin. Nga naog man tanan. Karag train nga kung ano,
Iya, patos lang
steam
hapon,
train. Puot-puot na.
Nga patos lang hapon mo balik.
Hmm.
Much as possible. If you do wander around,
Balik na
please
ta
do
sa
accompany
Agi.
children at all times. This, of course, for safety reasons. Now, if you should require refreshments, we do have a bar on board. That's just at the front of the covered seating area, down the double door hatchway. Also halfway back on the left-hand side as well. Down in the bar, there is plenty of tea, coffee, hot chocolate, beers, wine.